Shalom, and welcome to another installment of Elders of GMS. So many names. Elders of GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Today is a special. We have some brothers from the GMS Nebraska camp, and they're going to tell you their names, introduce themselves.
You call them Muth, Azaria, Raiba Muth,
Karataza.
Yeah. So the brothers introduced themselves. They were at the Passover, and Chicago, GMS Chicago was at the Passover. Amashah Bayala, as y'all know, from the head of Texas, and Boston. The two heads of Boston was down, and some other brothers from L.A. Yep. D.C. Yep. Which is the leader. A couple of the brothers from D.C. camp came out to the Passover. So we had a good 6 different states out there, and it was beautiful. The flow was there. Am I right? Was it beautiful?
Done.
Okay. Yeah, because every year, I get nervous, man, because it's all on me. But like this year, it was like nothing, because you just go with the flow, let the Spirit, work through you, Because we didn't know how packed that thing was going to be, man.
Yeah.
Had to be like 100 cats up in there, and that's only built for like 75. So, we go with the Spirit. Everything worked out. Nobody looked at anybody else dirty. Everybody got fed, And we had a class, like our class, and that'll be put up on YouTube or one of the sites in the next couple of days. Anyway, today is February 24th, because the Passover was February 23rd. Today is February 24th, 2013. One day after the Passover, the sun went down, and basically the rest of the week, not to eat any unleavened bread. Any leaven you have in your house, might be pretzels, throw it out. Tortillas, throw it out. Flour, if it has yeast in it, throw it out. Anything with yeast in it. And like beer, because that's yeast and beer. That's how you make beer. Throw that out. Breadcrumbs. There's a lot of things you don't think there's yeast in it. So through the years, And then you got to keep in mind that you can't make a mistake and eat something, slip up and eat something with yeast in it, we're under grace, but you got to try to do your very best in keeping this law. So, the first day, which is today, before the sun went down, that was a Sabbath, which was a regular Sabbath, lined up with the regular Sabbath. And the last day will be was it Saturday night? Friday night into Saturday, and then that Saturday night you can go back to eating your leaven, your yeast. But when you don't eat yeast, you push yeast out of your diet for a week. You find out you feel better about yourself. You might lose a couple of pounds. You have more pep in your step, because the scriptures say a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. And leaven is a killer for Jake. Stuff, bread and pizza and pretzels and cakes, cookies, all that. You need leaven. Donuts.
This is Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his village in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
Yeah, because we're all the way here on the other side of the world. Obviously, we're not in our land. We're not in the Middle East and the land of Israel. So don't lean on that, brother. Try not to lean on that. So we're over here. So while we're over here, once we woke up, we're supposed to recount the righteous acts, because the word rehearse, when you look it up in the Hebrew, the word is recount. So go through the righteous acts. What are the righteous acts? The law, the high holy days, and so forth. So that's exactly what we're doing. Now today, basically, the topic that we're going to go in today is going to be called the downfall of the Second Roman Empire, because anybody that knows history knows about the ancient Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire, going back 2,000 some odd years ago, and that went down. That had a decline, and now this is the Roman Empire all over again, the spirit of the Roman Empire, and the Second Roman Empire, which is America, is going to have a decline. And once this goes down, all you Europeans are going down, and all you nations are going down. I mean, you can see it. Just keep watching the news. And I have Elder Gabar. He has a couple of sites up dealing with the parallels between paradoxes between the Roman Empire and America, which is the same place, but different times and different spirits. The only difference between the Roman Empire and the modern Roman Empire, which is America, or really the beast, which is the European Union and NATO. That's all them Europeans coming together in a military and political power structure. So that happened back then. The might of the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire, was the might of the military and their political structure. All right? Same thing today. So I'm going to have Gabar go ahead and read what he's got up.
Yeah, this is entitled, Will America Replay the Fall of the Roman Empire? Why is America like the Roman Empire? Because it has garrisoned its troops all over the world. That's one reason, but only one. Because Americans are like Romans. Some are. Some are like the Roman senators of the 5th century, one of the most rapacious and ruthless ruling classes that ever held power. Think mafia. For the amount of wealth, think billionaires today. Perhaps other Americans have begun to understand this. Obama's election would indicate that. However, the selfish class is fighting hard to keep its privileges. Obama's election is no guarantee that they won't prevail in the end. Roman senators were selfish and self-absorbed, determined to hoard the huge wealth of their empire and determined to promote...
And that's what they're doing now, because Obama was set up to help or do the bidding of the bankers, the super banks, the international banks, the super rich, the corporations, because that's all he ever did. That stimulus was to help them banks. Mm-hmm. He gave them banks almost $1 trillion. And from the time he came into office up until this time today, February 24th, 2013, from the time he was inaugurated, going back a little bit more than 4 years ago, the debt went up over $6 trillion. It was $10 trillion when he got into office, and now it's heading quickly to $7 trillion. And the GDP is less than the debt. So this place is done. Just like the Roman Empire, and it took some years for the Roman Empire to go down. The same thing's gonna happen with the modern Roman Empire, America, the EU, and NATO, and the UN. Because we're so-called in a New World Order under the power of the UN, because every nation, whether they be Iran, Iraq, the African nations, the United States, the European nations, they're all signatories under the UN. And when they have their General Assembly in September, they all get together. And they can curse each other out, but they're all under that same banner. Like the World Health Organization, that's a creature of the UN. The World Bank, a creature of the UN. The what's that other one? You got the World Bank And then you got there's another one. It's IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Those two are located in D.C., in America.